Welcome back, whippersnappers. This is Gramps. We're in Shapes 2 custom challenge mode insane custom challenge mode in the dimension update. And last episode, we had these two guys from a task all queued up and ready to roll. This one, I let it run about 20 minutes. This one got all finished up. This one is coming in and just about done. I had to do that because we're down to 7 platform limit. So I'm letting these all finish up, and you can see right now, I mean, that's got to be it, right? And as soon as it is, kaboom. Look at that. 274 platforms back in the hopper. Excellent. Glad to see it. So let's go ahead and unlock these two. I think I came to a conclusion too. The reason, I mean, I feel like in normal shapes, in non-insane shapes, these tasks kind of are much more logical, right? Like this guy rolls into this guy, which it does. Then this guy rolls into this guy, which it does. But then this is made up of the same pieces, kind of, but not really. And it is pretty different. And then this one is completely different. Like not really related at all. I think that's maybe an insane thing. Ugh, stupid hiccup, sorry. I think that's an insane thing. So that's where we're at. All right, my dog wants to come up. Come on, Woody, get up here on the chair. He's gonna come up and join us on the chair. So we're still chugging along with this milestone 3. That is still cruising in. And I think let's just go ahead and get cracking on this one. This Mamma Jamma. The other thing we can do, though, we could do this. Oh, no. I know what we were going to do. We were going to do some specific things. So we do have 30 research points now. Let's come into upgrades and go to trains. And let's unlock those fluid wagons. That was our number one thing we wanted to get done. And that could change, like we could use that to radically redo how we're doing all of this milestone 3. So that's an idea. Let's see how many platforms we're using. We're using 586 platform points for our milestone 3. Not counting down here. What about our blueprint shape? What are we using? 786 platform points. What? How is that right? Is that right? It can't be right. Apparently that's right. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, one of the things we wanted to do was some blueprint maintenance. And what I wanted to do is be able to make it so when we get is that we can start building things at 2 tiers, if not 3. We can't do 3 now because we don't have those kind of research points. It's probably going to be a minute before we have that. But we could certainly start building at 2. Let's see what's going on over here. I feel like we're getting a lot of trains that don't need to be here. And let's get rid of that one. Okay. And What else? All right, so let's look at our blueprints. We have our famous hourglass doohickey. Now let's do this over here. Yeah, this one is actually missing pieces because I always have to have this in front of it, which cuts and rotates pieces. So here's a question. You know what? This one's a little trickier because it also has. Well, this is our inline stacker. So if I was to feed 2 batches in here, I think that what we could do is this. Let's do that there and that there. Oh, let's do it the smart way. Only build half of it. See, then these 2 could go like, wait, no, let's not do that one. Let's do this. And these guys can come out like so. Okay. All right, so that's that layer. But now let's take this and come up, do that. Yeah, this may not fit, right? Because I can't get 2 more in here. What if I had a jump? Then that would work. Okay, so those go out that way. That said, they are up high. Don't want them up high. That's gonna change this. Oh. Yeah, that doesn't work either. Ah, I know. Alright, so what I want to do is bring these to the last one. Then this one. And go out here like this. Is it pretty? Nope. Will it work? Yep. And then we take this and double it up and add that. And make one of them go out on the bottom. Okay. That is how that works. Excellent. So let's save it. save it as our hourglass. So that gets us... Now, the blueprint points are 20,000, but we've got 1,000,000 blueprint points, so I think we're okay. By the way, quick note, I did cut off blueprint points. So blueprint points are coming down here, and they're not going in. I feel like 1,000,000 is good for now, and I'm not worried about it. Okay, so that's one blueprint. Now our miner, let's put it down here. Let's put that down here. And that and that. There we go. There's our miner. Miner shape. And let's do our painter. Actually, you know what? I think we're not using this painter anymore. I think we're using... Oh, we're using the painter miner. And that is because we had no fluid trains, but now we do have fluid trains. So how do we... Let's get this set up to duplicate it. Alright. If that were there... And, yeah, I think we already duplicated this one. I'm just going to delete it. Where did we do that? Not there. It was part of the blue square. Oh, that was on the thing we just deleted. Alright. So that's easy. It's easy. All it was this. That doubled up. And then we just need to make sure we're sending in 2 layers of fluid. Okay, which now we can do because we have our new yeah, because we have our new trains. Sorry. And so we're just going to do this. And then here, we're going to do that. So that is our, I'm going to save this as a new one. I did not mean to do that. Save it as miner fluid. Okay. Excellent. And this painter at 1.2 is going to be deleted. Painter Miner is going to be deleted. All right. Stacker 1. Okay, so again, whatever comes in from this side is going to be on the bottom. Anything comes up from here will be on the top. Now, how do we get to... I want, to be able to unload a train here with 2 layers. Have it come in. And then a train here. Obviously, for the top one, we can just do that, right? But then for the bottom one, I think we need to do something like that. All right. Let's figure this out. I'm just gonna try deleting all this bits and bobs in here. Oh, I'm gonna want to return these ones around, I think. Do that, and then this one comes in like that. All right, and we can do the same for this. And actually, let's do this instead. All right. All right, so what I need to do is I need to have these the results of this make it out, and we'll have whether they go out on the upper or lower, the middle or lower level. So how do we... I think if we take this guy, all right, so I'm gonna get another stacker over here. But I'm going to, this one will not have an entrance from here. I could do that, right? But I'd rather just have a single train come here and unload. Let's see if we can get this to work. First, let's get rid of that. Okay. So if we had the bottom bit coming in here, like so. Ah. Yeah, I think I'm going to delete that completely. Okay. So the bottom comes in like so. And then here, that's a jump. And, oh. Here, it does a jump. Oops, that is not needed. Alright, so one set of the bottom comes in like so. Let's do that jump up here. And here too. All right. And over here, we go down like so. Nope, can't do that. We can do that. So we don't need that. All right. And then same thing here. All right. So that gets one set going through. Now let's get them out of here. All right, I think it's actually pretty easy. To go up and out like so, right? These ones do the same. But no, let's change those. Do that. That way these ones will come in on the bottom. And like so. Although there is one that I'm gonna have an issue with, and that's the next one. Okay, so we can figure that out. So that gets us 1 and 2. And then going out is just this. Okay, some of these are for symmetry only. That gets everything out. The only thing we don't have is this guy at the bottom. Okay, alright, we can do this. This is what's blocking us right now. Oh, we still need these guys to go through. Yeah. So we need the bottom row to come in here and make it through. We can do belt jumping, of course. No, let's not do that. What are we gonna do here? Okay, that works. And then get that. Okay. Which means we can take this, do that. If we do the same here. Ew. Alright, let's just put this in. Oops. Alright. And there. Okay. It's good, it's good. Now we need to get this into there somehow. I see it. Yeah, that was almost bad, but we're okay. Okay. It's looking good. We can do more symmetry there. Oh, more symmetry here. There we go. And that one. Okay. So we now need to get these guys out of here. We don't need that one. Because that doesn't save us any room. We need at least 2 to be able to jump through there. So that one works. That works. This is where I know what you have to do. Boom, boom. That's how we do it. All right. Then a jump here. And a jump here. Here. And here. Oh my goodness. And then for the outbound belt, boom, boom. So that's 2 in, 2 layers in, 2 layers out. Wow. Uh-huh. Let's see. You know what? Here. Yeah, I'm going to save that as stacker 2. We may still, from time to time, want stacker 1, so we'll go ahead and keep that. Oops. More up. There we go. Phew. Goodness gracious. That was bending the brain. Now we could build a stacker 2 depot. Let's do that. So we'll do this. We're gonna have our shape unloader. That's the top one. Yep. And that's the bottom one. Okay. And put those guys in there for spacing, and I think we're good. So now the lower part actually comes in on the lower track, and the higher one is on the higher track. The upper bit is on the upper track. Okay. Yay. I liked it. I like when those things line up. And oh, so we're gonna call that stacker deep or here. Let's rename this stacker depot 1. Give it a 1. Stacker depot 2. I'm gonna say stacker 2 and a train. All right. Excellent. Stacker inline. Is this something that we would ever use? I mean, this one is kind of built to be the way it's built. So I don't think we need to 2-level that one, because it kind of already is 2-level, but it's 2 single levels, if that makes sense. All right, swapper. Oof. Okay. For swapper, we've got 2 inputs. Ugh, I don't know how we're going to do this one. Yeah, this one might have to be done like this way. Where we do this. Okay. Then on this side, so on this side we would have something like this. Ugh. All right. Think of this in terms of a depot. And kind of like that. So the middle ones will back up here and then would be forced down and around. The lower ones would eventually back up over here. In the meantime, they'd be feeding into here. This one for a depot, we would have a shape loader. Then on another layer, that, right? With tracks on either side. For the, oh, and then down here. Oh, that's right. And then it kicks out double. So then it's gonna kick out double. And of course, in a true depot situation, this would be like that. Or, actually, could be just like that. So it's just going to be loading them twice as fast. Alright. So we're bringing a train in up here that has 2 layers. They go in. Another at the bottom, 2 layers goes in. Alright, so we're going to save this as Swapper Depot 2. And we're going to find our little swapper icon in here somewhere. Womp, 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 womp. I'm seeing it, but I'm not seeing it. Is that it? Yeah, that's the swapper. And train 2. All right. So those are our new 2-layer tools to make everything work twice as fast. So I think I'm not going to use them right now because just everything else is, you know, it's moving. Like, stuff is cruising along. I don't want to break the system. But once this is done, again, I think I'm gonna go ahead and tear all of this out, including this and this. And honestly, I think that once this milestone is done, I think we're probably going to have another a 10-point blueprint shape. So I think that's what we will do first once we have that ability. Is we'll build out the 10-point blueprint shape, and it will be delivering with double belts. Okay, I'm still not going hog wild with the platform limit because we're still pretty limited on this. Like right now we only have a total, if I deleted everything, we'd have 1,128 platform limit. Okay. That said, next episode we're going to come in and we'll start knocking out this task, and we can do that using our new blueprints, so it should be twice as fast in theory. Let's see here. And you know what we could do? I think what I want to do is build this, or build towards this. But maybe not with the first one. Maybe just on the second one. For the second one, I'm going to build this, and then I'm just going to chop it in half and send these guys in. Then we'll remove the chopper and send these guys in. Then we'll delete all of it. So let's see if we do have a shape already built for us. There's a circle and windmill. Do we have a double circle windmill? Like, do we have the main shape itself? Circle windmill. Circle windmill. Yeah, I don't think so. Hey, that's not the right one. I want circle, windmill, windmill, circle. Ooh. Yeah, like that. A little skull shape. We do have that. Okay, so we could grab those. Now we could also just make them too. We should probably just make them. Although, I mean, we've got it right here. For that next task, yeah, if we just take that and paint it green. Right there. But again, we don't have to paint it green there. Let's look at our little painter. Did I do something weird with the painter? Alright. Let's go back over here. Here is our painter. I'm just going to save this as Painter 2. Paint 2. We could create a depot. Let's create a depot. A fluid unloader. And do we care what's on top and bottom? I don't think we do. So we'll put shapes down below. And that gets us our depot. Painter depot 2. So again, we'll say paint. We'll say this, and we'll say 2. Okay. So if we were to put that guy right there. And right here. We do our minor shape, which is not saved with a 2. It's okay. Now these ones we actually do. We want to rotate. Yeah, just the once. Right? Yep. Okay. Alright, so because we're bumping this up higher, we have to do this differently. So do that. Ah. There we go. Oh yeah, and that. Okay. So that's all those guys. And they are going into a shape loader. We're going to bring up here. Run into there. Let's get our painter. Minor fluid. And then into a fluid loader. There we go. And again, if we were going to make this a bigger build, we would have the depot coming off and doing a loader up here or something for the final shapes. You can see now under the fluid, we have the fluid wagon as well as the shape wagon. Be prepared for old Gramps here to put the wrong wagons in. From time to time, has been known to happen. Not this time. Not on my watch. Well, yeah, I mean, it would be on my watch. And we're gonna do a jump there. Because then we're going to load her up. But before that, we need to build, we're gonna build a new toy. We are going to build a half destroyer module. And again, I'm going to do it smartly. Okay. There we go. Save as half destroy 2. Half destroyer. Do it. Oh no. Alright. I need to resave this as whatever it was. Down here. That was the Painter Depot 2. Okay. Okie doke. So those guys. And then we just need a quarter circle. But we're going to need a half circle. So we're just going to grab this guy. And then, guess what? We're going to use our half destroyer too. Then that is going to, we're going to customize this one. Because it needs a turn. And then honestly, it's going to need another half destroy. Okay. So we'll do the other half destroyer here. Let's not though. Let's do this. All right, I'm gonna, instead of using our cool new blueprint, I'm just gonna delete the whole thing. Because this is a special use case, we're going to come in and start with the half destroy. Then we're going to give it a couple of rotates. Yes. And then we're going to give it another half destroy. All right. And then that goes out. There we go. All right. Now that can go into our double stacker, which, yeah, we can just build that here. Stacker 2. Yes, this is the top piece. We haven't tried this out. Let's try this one out, just for kicks. I know I was hinting that we were done, but let's do a shape unloader. Doke. Here. So we need a loader. Yeah, where is that from? All right, here. We're gonna do that instead. And we'll do 2 of those. Okay. Alright, so we're picking up a double stack there. Where am I going? And dropping it off here. That double stack should go onto the bottom of all of these. Here's one that is not working. Yeah, there's one that's missing here. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, this one. Look at that, right as those greens come in. So I need to save this as our stacker 2. And that certainly looks like our shape. Coming out of there. Not coming out of here. Ah! We made all those changes, but never connected this. So it's coming out of here. Coming out of here. It's not here. Oh, it is coming out of here. And coming out of here. Alright, then we should see it coming out of here once these get in. There it is. Okay, that's working. Excellent shape loader. Okay. And that's going to start delivering double buckets of this shape. And that will be next episode. And then we're going to keep on rocking. Go on to the next one. Which I just realized is why I shouldn't have had this stacker here. Alright, that's good. We're going to get this one going. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you haven't, please a like and a subscribe. Really helps promote the channel. I think this series is a little funkier for most, so we haven't been getting as much as many watchers on the Insane custom. So, you know, that is what it is, but I'm still having fun with it and all of our weird new rules that we have. So thank you so much for watching. Glad we got things all double stacked. That's what we needed to do. Oh, and then, sorry, one more thing is that because they're coming in doubles. All right. Thank you, my friends. This is Gramps signing off.